Hello there. Welcome to the dang on first episode of Segment with Sever. I am your host, gosh dang it. Well, not really your host, but I'm your intro man. Your intro man, Crawford Brian Nelson, gosh dang it. I want to say just before this video starts that the opinions shared on this show are merely that of SeverTheBond, who's not me. In a wig, definitely not. We're absolutely two different people, so let's not get that confused. That man's insane. I just help out. But listen, it's his opinion, and it's just that. Let's not get too insane with it. I also, what we try to do on this show is, granted, it's some pretty spicy topics, and it's some pretty flaming hot takes, if you will. They're not meant to be directed at the people. So let's say we're talking about Emmanuel Moutier and him being a bum, for instance, right? That's not, like, SeverTheBond isn't trying to go at Emmanuel Moutier the person. SeverTheBond is merely saying the professional athlete Emmanuel Moutier is not very good at the sport of basketball, in our opinion. Nothing to do with him. I'm sure he's a fine gentleman. He's a fine person with a family, and shout out to him. I just want to make that clear before we go into this. The opinions you're going to hear, I don't want you to think that SeverTheBond is going in at people. It's merely situations and how people are handling those situations and how people as brands and as entertainers are going about things. Not them as people, because they're great people. They're great people. Let's just go up and down the topics. As a matter of fact, we ain't gonna go up and down the topics. You're just gonna have to watch, gosh dang it. So without further ado, please enjoy the first ever edition of Segment with Sever. Let go! This whole joint right here, this joint probably backwards. That's the messed up part. This joint's backwards. That's the really screwed up part about this, but that's not even there. Now listen, y'all. Listen, listen, listen. Listen good, listen well, listen proper, gosh dang it. Chill out there, H+III+T. It's aboot that dang on time. Welcome to the first ever edition of Dang On Segment with Sever. Now, just to get all the shenanigans and the foolishness out the way, I'm sure Crawford has already broke it down, gosh dang it. Gonna be a little awkward this first episode. I gotta figure out how things are gonna work, how I wanna run down this foolishness, gosh dang it. So it's gonna be a little awkward this first episode, but don't worry, much like every series we do, I'm gonna get into the footage with the Knicks video. That first camera video was a little awkward, but don't worry, we get into the shenanigans. So this is going to be a very long video. Get yourself some food, pour yourself get some popcorn, do what you got to do, gosh dang it. Get your homework in order, play this in the background, because we're going to be here for a hot little minute. Oh, I got some topics, gosh dang it. I got some topics. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Now, instead of just having separate videos for all the shenanigans, I figured let's just do it all in one video. Let's do it all in one video, gosh dang. I've been watching like too much Wendy Williams, so I'm ready for all the foolishness. And unlike most of my videos, no one's safe this time. I'm going in on everyone. But that's neither here nor there. I want to start out the foolishness not only by thanking you for joining me for the first ever edition of Dang On a segment with Sever, but we just gonna get into the shenanigans right off the rip, gosh dang. No Beyblade, we gonna get it right off the rip, gosh dang. Let me start by saying, first of all, happy bye week. Gosh dang, if you don't know what bye week is, if you're bye, gosh dang, this is your week. Some people get a... Well, we off to a great start. Some people get a month, right? There's like Hispanic Heritage Month and Autism Awareness Month and all that foolishness, Black History Month. Y'all bi people got a week, gosh dang it. So shout out to you. If you were bi, be strong and all the foolishness that you do. Gosh dang it, the LGBTQ plus BLT community, gosh dang it, I'm the G. But shout out to all the B's, gosh dang it. And we ain't even talking New York slang. But that's not the end of it. We starting out with the cringy puns. But you know, speaking of the LGBT community, let's go into someone who could clearly care less about being socially responsible, gosh, because we got a lot of people to get to. But let's start with someone who specifically doesn't care about the LGBT community, clearly. Mr. Eminem, Mr. Marshall Mathers, gosh dang it, Mr. Eminem. True story, when I was younger, gosh dang it, I used to think that Eminem was a girl. Now, not because I heard him and thought he sounded like a chick or something like that, but I didn't know who he was. So I just assumed he was like a pop singer and Eminem sounded like a chick. So I'm thinking like, okay, maybe she dresses up as an Eminem or something. And that's not even like me trying to set up a really terrible joke. I'm saying that's what I thought of Eminem. I thought it was like some pop singer chick, gosh dang. I always imagined like maybe he looked like Pink and he like dressed up as a brown Eminem. I don't know why. Hey, not even lying to you, gosh dang. That's legitimately what I thought of Eminem back in the day. But that's neither here nor there. So let's get into the foolishness. So what had happened was, Mr. Eminem dropped his album Kamikaze. Now, y'all know I did a final thoughts on Eminem several years ago because I think he's trash. I'll say it right here and now. I think the guy's trash. I don't get it. I've never understood it. But I respect him as a legend in hip-hop. And that's about all he gets from me. The legend that you are a rapper that people hold up to a certain degree. That is about it with Eminem for me. He dropped an album called Kamikaze a couple weeks ago, maybe a month at this point, gosh dang it. Didn't do a lap or trap or an honest review because I don't listen to that man. A lot of shenanigans has come out of that. He has a track on there, I don't know the title, but he's going at a lot of different people. That kind of caused the whole him versus Machine Gun Kelly forces. And can we put up a picture of Machine Gun Kelly? You're gonna notice a little bit of a trend in these videos. Can I marry this man? Is that okay? Like, where has he been my entire life, gosh dang? Look at Mr. Machine Gun Kelly. Listen, I'ma shoot my shot with Mr. Machine Gun Kelly. And yes, that is a gun pun, gosh dang. Machine Gun Kelly, I'ma shoot my shot. No, I thought that was funny. You know, sometimes when it comes to individuals like this and shooting my shot, I just got it on automatic. The puns are just on automatic. See, because Machine Gun Kelly, shoot your shot automatic. My puns are in rare form today, but that's neither here nor there, gosh dang. It's caused a whole lot of shenanigans and a whole lot of foolishness. It's caused Joe Budden to possibly tease coming out of retirement. Maybe he's going to send some bars back. I don't care about any of that. I do want to say that Machine Gun Kelly's song, Rap Devil, goodness, Rap Devil, been getting a lot of crap. I thought that was really, really, really freaking good. And I was trying hard to not like it because Machine Gun Kelly, I'm like, ooh, Machine Gun Kelly. But dude got bars. Okay, dude got bars, gosh dang it. And I'm going to leave it at that. Y'all got to lay off that man. He went to the bank and back, gosh dang. We got to call him Tim Duncan because he went to the bank and back. Or should we call him 50 Cent because he was probably laughing on his way there. My puns are too much. I know y'all can't handle it. But listen, I don't care about all that other stuff. The reason why I'm bringing up this Eminem topic so late is because of something that's been brushed under the rug. Everybody's been so busy with what Machine Gun Kelly thinks. Everyone's been so busy with what Joe Budden thinks and how he's going to respond and all that foolishness. Are we just going to forget about the part in the song where he calls Tyler the Creator a dang on homophobic slur? Now, for all you Eminem stans, pun intended, gosh dang it, y'all sitting there saying, oh, but he edited it. And for those of you who don't know, yes, that's the T, gosh dang it. Eminem just calls him the F word in 2018 and nobody cares. Now, in the song, he kind of like censored it a little bit, but we know what he was going for, gosh dang it. If I say go, go, gadget, Tyler, the Creator's like, you know what I'm saying. Did anybody care? Nope. No. It's just Eminem being Eminem. You talk to anybody, it's just Eminem being Eminem. Really? That's the stance we're taking on that. And for people in hip-hop, see, that's what's got me the most concerned. For people in hip-hop who are just letting this foolishness go, Tyler, the Creator, like, I'm not going to go too deep into this because to me, it's with this particular word, this particular word, not all words in general, so follow me here. With this particular instance in this particular word, it's all about the context. If you don't know, Tyler, the Creator, around this time last year while trying to promote his Flower Boy album, gosh dang it, kind of alluded to being gay. Basically, I don't think it's been confirmed from him, but just from the lyrics, gosh dang it, it's being alluded to that the man is probably gay. Now, until we get Tyler, the Creator, saying, no, that's not the case, for the time being, he's the most popular gay rapper in the game. So with all that comes with that, you got gay rappers like me. Not that my brand is gay rapper, but I just happen to be gay and I happen to rap. I look up to people like Tyler, whether I like his music or not, because he's a gay rapper that's successful. So, you know, when I get more mainstream and rap and media and stuff, people can be like, oh yeah, like Tyler, the Creator? That's someone I look up to in the community, gosh dang it. And to say that just because Tyler, the Creator didn't like your piece of crap album Revival, you're going to say, oh, I see how you needed attention, so you're going to talk trash about my album, but that's not all you did. You're pretending to be gay, you blank. You can't call it gay. Like, I'm not here for that. Not in 2018. And for everyone who say, oh, that's just what Eminem does, that's rap culture. If you're offended by that, you're just weak, blah, 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 blah. Let Eminem say the N-word. Is it okay then? Because it's Eminem? Ooh, shock value. It's okay because that's just what Eminem does, right? Shock value. It's not okay then, right? There's a problem then. So why the job is it different when he's calling Tyler, the Creator that, gosh dang it? Now, I'm not saying the N-word is on par with the F-word in the gay community, gosh, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, then where are you going to draw the line? If this is just another day in the office of Eminem doing stupid shock value offending people, then you better have the same energy when he drops the N-word one day, because according to y'all, that's just him on brand. That's just him on brand. Y'all got to keep the same energy. And in the spirit of keeping the same energy with people who should be canceled, if you ask me, let me ask y'all, hey, is Kanye West canceled or not? Is he canceled or not? I'm trying to check the temperature. I'm trying to see what we boycotting. I'm trying to see what's good. What's good? With a W. G-W-O-O-D. What's good? Is he canceled or not? I've had enough of the foolishness, gosh dang it. Now, I'm going to give my whole backstory on why I personally don't care for Kanye West. Y'all been waiting for this for years, gosh dang. Also, shout out to me. Today, I'm filming this on a Sunday. This is my 4-year anniversary on YouTube, gosh dang it. Shout out to me, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, is Kanye canceled or not? Now, in the most recent example, when he had that stupid thing where, I mean, he's clearly promoting that piece of crap album, yay, that he dropped this summer, but that's not here or there, when he said slavery's a choice, you know, wearing the Make America Great Again hat and all that foolishness, gosh dang it, he's clearly fishing for attention for album sales. We all know how Kanye gets down. The point is, everyone in the community and the culture, and you know what I mean by the culture, had come to the conclusion, you know what, Kanye wilding a little too hard, he's canceled. But the man drops some new shoes with Adidas. The man, gosh dang it, right? He's getting attacked by Drake. He's playing the victim card, gosh dang it. The man does a video with Lil Pump, and all of a sudden, we have forgotten the fact that he's canceled. Y'all gotta keep the exact same energy. When he was talking all that foolishness about Trump and how he supports him, even though he has no idea about any of Trump's policies or any of that foolishness, gosh dang it, and y'all were saying Kanye's canceled because he's socially irresponsible. You cannot then be vibing with the... And I'm not saying you can't listen to him anymore. I'm not saying you don't... I'm not saying don't buy your shoes if you think they groovy or something like that. I got a song off of Ye. One of them joints with Hart. I can't remember which one. You know, make no mistake, girl, I still love you. That joint go harder than 6 little bits. I bought that song. I'm not saying don't listen to him. I'm saying if he's canceled, he's canceled. Y'all can't be repping for him, calling him a genius, getting ready for his next two piece of garbage projects. I'm going to take it further because I know I'm not being clear. I know I'm speaking in codes. Let me check the time. Do I got to punch out? No, not yet. Let me make it a little bit more clear for you, gosh dang it. My issue with Kanye West has been deeply rooted. It's been deeply rooted. See, I grew up in a certain environment. I grew up in a certain culture where I was around certain people. You know, I'm gonna come out and say, I grew up with Caucasians, guys. Dang it! I did. So when him and Jay-Z dropped that song, N-Words in Paris, I was the one that had to tell my white friends, hey, I don't care if it's the title of the song, don't say that around me. I can't tell you what to say in the safety of your home or around other people of color who might not have an issue with that. I can only say for me, don't call me that word. Don't use that word around me. It's already bad enough because rap is mainstream culture and it's every other word in the song, but you put it in a song. You cannot then be complaining in concert saying, white man this, white man that, oh, they're calling me this, they're calling me that. You have a song called N-Words in Paris. What do you think they're going to announce it as on the radio? What do you think kids in suburbia are going to call it? It's the title of the song. So socially irresponsible is Kanye West. I'll take it a little bit further. You don't want to go the race route? Perfectly fine. I'll take it a little further. Couple years later, 2013, we got I'm Not a Human Being 2 by Wayne. We got Kill Switch Engage's Disarm, The Descent. It was that year where everybody was dropping albums. Justin Timberlake's 2020 Experience, Jay-Z's Illuminati, Magna Carta, Holy Grail crap or whatever. That's when everybody was dropping an album. You remember 13? We got that album from Kanye that I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel comfortable saying on camera. I'm not going to pull up a picture on it because I'm not going to type that in. I'm not ever going to say the title of that. I'm trying to think of how to describe it. You know how he calls himself Yeezy, right? He combined Yeezy and Jesus and made Yee, that word. And I'm not going to say it because I'm a proud Christian. I'm not going to say, I'm not speaking that into existence. Again, I was raised in a certain environment where that stuff is just not cool. When he's speaking all that foolishness, all that third eye stupid foolishness, saying, he's a god. You got to believe in himself. Blah, 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 this. In the environments where I grew up in these Christian environments, you're infiltrating the minds of the youth. When you say things like you're a god and all this stupid foolishness, gosh dang, you got on songs, you're having a conference call with the Lord. That's not cool, Kanye. I'm not here for that. Because the people I was around who look up to you see that kind of stuff and say, well, Kanye has a point. I mean, aren't we? No! Lord Jesus is my only Savior. I don't pray to Kanye. I pray to God. I'm a Christian. I'm not down for that type of foolishness. In the environments I was in, like, you were just making music. You were just expressing yourself creatively. I had to live with that. It was bad enough telling people to say ball so hard instead of N-words in Paris. Now I'm having to convince my Christian friends, listen, this ain't it. Don't listen to this man. Don't go along with this foolishness. Don't be here for it. I had to put out those fires. I had to talk to people, gosh dang it. While you're promoting a stupid album, I'm the one that has to deal with the consequences of the stupidity that you're raining off in the name of promotion. When that man was walking around with that Confederate jacket on and he's saying, I took the power out of the Confederate flag, blah, blah, blah. Again, for you, you're in the mindset of there's no such thing as bad press. For me, I'm having to talk to my peers and say, don't you wave that Confederate flag around me. There's a history behind that. There's a reason why that's social taboo. But these people, they follow Kanye West like freaking sheep. And anything he does, people, you know, there's people actually walking around saying, you know, Kanye's right. Slavery is a choice. Because people follow you. You know, that's the definition of social irresponsibility. But he doesn't think like that. So when people get mad at Kanye for stuff and then forget it, I'm not one of those people. I keep the same energy. Kanye is forever canceled. And you notice how I didn't get into my opinion on his music? Now granted, I have found his last couple projects to be absolute garbage, especially like Pablo. He puts out trash and unfinished songs, and y'all sit there and kiss his feet like he's a masterpiece and a genius when he is not even trying. But I didn't even go into that. Is Kanye canceled or not? I'm not here for it. I'm not here for it with Mr. Kanye West. Y'all better keep that same energy with him, gosh dang it. Don't you let him influence another generation. I'm just not here for it, gosh dang it. But, you know, on the related note of things I'm not here for, since we're just going all the way out here, we're not pulling any punches, we're speaking our minds, and we're going in with the foolishness. The things I'm not here for 21, Alex, I'll go for 200 actually. The Super Bowl this year is being held in Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta, Georgia. The home of T.I., the home of rapper 2 Chainz, the center of urban culture at the moment. The Super Bowl is being held in Atlanta, and the halftime performance is Maroon 5. I'll say that one more time. The Super Bowl is being held in Atlanta, literally the source of today's culture, Atlanta. And Maroon 5 is going to be doing the halftime performance. Now, in the spirit of things being canceled, I don't watch football. Not because I'm not interested, but because, gosh dang it, if my brothers and sisters, well, brothers because there's no girls that play in the NFL, but if my brothers, the African-American brothers, are not allowed to kneel because of police brutality, that's why people are kneeling, to say stop killing us, please. If they're being seen as what's a politically correct way to put it? If they're being seen as rebels, if they're being seen as people going against the country for kneeling, not burning a flag, not stepping on a flag, not destroying anything, but for kneeling, if they're being seen as these horrible people, blase blah, I'm not going to go into all that, I'm not going to watch the product. If they can't express themselves, if they're being treated like present-day slaves, I'm not going to support that. Again, I keep the same energy when I cancel things, unlike some people. I'm not going to support that. However, I'm in urban media. I got to talk about these things. How the jive is Maroon 5 the answer? How the jive was, and I understand they've been asking to do it, but in all places, you're in Atlanta. And I mean, hey, maybe I shouldn't be that upset because maybe that's the NFL keeping the same energy with us. If they're saying, yo, we don't really mess with y'all like that. Oh, they'll keep catching that ball and that's about it. Shut up and dribble, if you will. Then maybe they're keeping the same energy. Maybe they are. I mean, there's plenty of Atlanta artists to choose from, gosh dang it. But maybe they're keeping the same energy. If they're saying they don't really mess with us like that, they only like us for our athletic talent, and that's it, at the end of the day, we're just chess pieces to them, then, you know, maybe that's them keeping the same energy. Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe I shouldn't be upset about that. Maybe that's the NFL keeping the same energy. I guess I just answered my own question, didn't I? But that's neither here nor there. Next topic I want to get into, before we take a brief, fun break, gosh dang it, I want to talk about Nicki Minaj and Cardi B. I didn't really get a chance to dig into the foolishness. It's more of a Nicki watch, if you will, but we're not going to do the whole thing. This whole Nicki Minaj, Cardi B thing, specifically Nicki, but we'll start with the whole instance of Cardi B. I saw a lot of people siding with Cardi. If you've been living under a rock, there was some kind of fashion thing in New York, and Nicki Minaj and Cardi B were invited. Very, very hoity-toity event, and Cardi B felt as if Nicki Minaj was talking trash about her parenting skills, liking the comments of people trashing Cardi for being a bad mother, in their words, not mine. So when Cardi B saw Nicki, she ran up on Nicki and was basically asking what's good. Calling Nicki out, screaming and cursing. This is a public event. Nicki Minaj had no interest in even entertaining the shenanigans, and her security was preventing Cardi from doing anything silly. When met by security, Cardi B took off her shoe and threw it at Nicki Minaj. This behavior resulted in the staff of the venue that they were at giving her the mild beats, and by her I mean Cardi B, and throwing her out of the event. That is the unbiased synopsis of what happened in that event. Media, urban media, for the most part, is taking the side of Cardi B, because Cardi B is this underdog, and I'm not going to go into why I specifically think the entire industry is behind Cardi and forcing her to be this queen that they're forcing her to be. Not that she's not a queen, but you get what I mean. I'm not going to get into that part. She threw her shoe at Nicki Minaj and caused a scene at a public event. And they are taking Cardi's side because that's her being real. I don't want to see people fight. I'm not here for that. When I was 12, seeing Gunplay run up on G-Unit and G-Unit stomp Gunplay out at the BET Awards, that was entertaining to me because I was a child. As an adult, that kind of stuff isn't cool. That's not the kind of things I want to see. And the fact that people are taking Cardi B's side, saying, oh, she a real one for doing that. Oh, Nicki ain't really about that life. We're adults. Adults don't fight. That's not how adults carry themselves. And when you do things like that, the children are watching. So now they're going to go out and do silly things like that and get themselves in trouble. Because they're watching us, the adults. Again, that goes right back to social irresponsibility, but that's neither here nor there. I set that up just to show that, yes, Nicki is human, and I'm not just against Nicki. Y'all know I love Nicki Minaj. I've been covering Nicki the entire time I've been on this channel. I love me some Nicki. So this is almost like a compliment sandwich, but there's not another compliment underneath it. That's the positive with Nicki. Nicki did a good job of remaining calm and not lashing out and doing what a certain demographic is expecting her to do and wild out. I'm glad she didn't go that route. However, I'm not a fan of the fact that Nicki's off-the-mic shenanigans is becoming bigger than her music, if I can quote Miss Wendy Williams. I don't like that. This Queen Radio shenanigans, her going off and having these public meltdowns, gosh dang it, Nicki, you're better than that. You are better than that. To get on there and accuse Travis Scott of doing the same thing you were trying to get Cash Money to do, but Cash Money is so busy trying to cover up for Wayne and all his shenanigans, gosh dang it, and trying to protect the brand of Drake because Pusha T annihilated him. But hey, let's just forget about that. That they didn't have time to properly execute Basically, Nicki Minaj was mad because if you buy any of Travis Scott's merch, you get a copy of his album Astroworld, and that counts towards his album sales, therefore making Nicki Minaj's album #2, even though she was preaching all this #1 foolishness, gosh dang it. So Nicki Minaj got mad and said, you know what, Travis, you're cheating the numbers. In a world where Nicki wasn't doing the exact same thing, I'm here for that, 1000%. When Jay-Z went platinum before Magna Carta dropped, he didn't sell anything. He just gave it to Samsung. That doesn't count. That's cheating the system. I'm here for that. But Nicki was doing the same thing. When you get tickets to her tour that she canceled or postponed, excuse me. You bought the ticket, you got a code to go online and get a copy of Queen, which would have gone to her album sales. It's not the world's fault that Cash Money didn't just give him the album. You feel me? Don't put that on Travis Scott because Travis's label got it down. Even though I will say calling him Auto-Tune Man was hilarious, but that's neither here nor there. How Nicki is wilding out on that, I'm just not here for that. I'm not here for that. Nicki's better than that. She doesn't have to do that. That's ugly. That's disgusting. And especially, and this is where I pump in my personal opinion, especially when Queen was trash. I mean, gosh dang it. Up until now, I've been able to say you can say what you want about Nicki and the politics that she may or may not play. At least she's clearly top 5. But gosh dang it, Queen was terrible, and now I can't even defend you musically, but that's neither here nor there. I'm just not here for the shenanigans. We're going to take just a quick little break, and it's not really a break. We're actually going over to a different segment. It just means I don't have to continue talking, and I can take a break in real time, gosh dang it. I'm going to send it over to our Tyga correspondent, gosh dang it, Justin Bieber, gosh dang it, my future husband, gosh dang it. Well, actually, that's Kristaps Porzingis, but you know. That's not here and there. We're going to send it over there to do a quick Tyga report in a segment I like to call Tyga Tales. Justin Bieber, take it from here.
Thank you, SeverTheBond. Thank you very much. H+III+T, I got it from here. Ooh, I know y'all heard that new Tyga Swap Me. Ooh, that joint go hard. Listen, Tyga got this new song, Swap Me, gosh dang it. It go harder than 16 little bits. Now, it's not quite like Swish was, and it's not quite like Taste was, to where it's like a sample that's just repeated and he's doing the Rap City flow. It kind of sounds like he's going for his own version of In My Feelings by Drake, which is ironic because if you can remember back to a couple summers ago, back when Controller was really taking over the airwaves, Controller by Drake, Tyga put out One of One, which sounded identical to it, but that's not a here or there. Well, now In My Feelings is popping out, and Tyga has his own version of it called Swap Me. Now, while I say it is on its own amazing, it's a standalone hit on its own, I will say I would be lying if I didn't say there wasn't some similarities to Drake's song In My Feelings. There's this whole New Orleans vibe, this whole New Orleans bounce to it, if you will. There's a breakdown that sounds straight out of the Manny Fresh headquarters. It's very generic copy and paste, but it's still a really good song, and Tyga showed out. There's even moments where he's paying a little bit of an homage over to Wayne because of the flow he's using. Again, Drake kind of did the same thing, but it's still great music, and I'm here for it. I'm kind of happy that we've gotten away from the whole dance hall vibe, and now the vibe is going over to New Orleans, but that's not even there. Great song. I suggest you check it out if you haven't already. That is Tyga's Swap Meet Agaga. It's really, really freaking good. Pass it back over to SeverTheBond, H+III+T, gosh dang it. This has been Tyga Tales for this week, gosh dang it. Yeah.
Well, gosh dang it, Justin. That was a very well eloquently spoke. Well, eloquently, I don't think that's a term or a word, which is ironic because I'm saying eloquently and I'm not talking very eloquent. But that was very well done, Justin. Very well done. I was expecting a back and forth, but you know, I'm 100% here for it. Gosh dang it, Justin. Gosh dang it. I'm also going to marry that man. And yes, there are rumors that he is trying to get engaged or trying to get married over to someone. Don't worry, that's just me in a wig. Don't go for the head fake, that's me in a wig. But that's neither here nor there. Speaking of music, let's talk about some of the newest jams that have been coming out. Y'all, Lil Uzi is back. Uzi got this new joint. I think he just dropped an EP too, under a different name, but we'll talk about that next week. Let's just start with the single he dropped, New Pate. I think. I'm not really sure. Now, the first time I heard it, as far as his flow and his voice, it was kind of bothering me a little bit. You know, the second half of Love is Rage 2, where not Wayne, where Uzi, it might as well be Wayne, but Uzi has this like really high pitch, like 2 songs of that is okay, but after a while it gives me a little bit of a headache. So Uzi is using that voice for a good bit of the song, so I wasn't a fan of it at first. But what really gets me, and it might get you, is the beat. It sounds like it's underwater, but it sounds like fall at the same time. I don't know if that makes sense. Like like it's really airy and bubbly, but it's through some kind of like compressor or filter to where it sounds like it's underground. It's really dope. It reminds me of Autumn. They dropped it at the perfect possible time because fall was right around the corner, but the beat goes really, really hard. The bass isn't too aggressive, so if you've got like really aggressive speakers or subwoofers in your car, gosh dang it, it won't like blow out your eardrums if you're trying to blast it. It's really good. It's more of a kick than an 808. That's just my opinion. It might be an 808. I don't know, but it kind of sounds like more of a kick. It's really, really good musically. Then Uzi gets on there, and if you listen to what he's saying and you read along with the lyrics, dude's rapping. Dude is really spitting, whereas he kind of gets into his singing bag a lot, like maybe a Trippie Redd or something like that. Uzi's really rapping, and he's delivering some pretty aggressive bars. He kind of sticks with the same flow the whole song. Hey, that's kind of the whole song, basically, as far as the cadence and the flow goes. But he's showing up, and a couple listens in, I kind of got used to the high-pitchy part. Like, he kind of raps in his normal voice, then he goes to that high-pitch auto-tune land, but it's still a really good song. I suggest checking it out. There's also a new song by the artist Joji. Now, if you don't know who Joji is, gosh dang it, that is Filthy Frank. Yes, the YouTuber. Filthy Frank, gave up on the channel. Well, not gave up, but he wanted to do something different, which, you know, creatively, I'm all the way here for. He actually inspired me to get away from the Wayne topics and do all the things that I've always wanted to do on the channel and such or whatever. But yeah, so now he's an R&B singer, and he's got this new song called, what's the name of that song? Slow Dancing, I think? Slow Motion Dancing? Slow Dancing or Slow Motion Dance. I should have had it written down. I apologize. But just type in Joji on YouTube. It's really, really good. The other song, Yeah Right, I think. Yeah Right. That was good. That was good, don't get me wrong. But I really like this one because of some of the elements musically. And I think he makes his own beats too. So that's really, really dope. There's a lot of crazy synthesizer moments. There's some big, huge crescendos. I mean, it's insane. And let me not be that guy. Let me explain that. Crescendo is like the end of the song where it's like someone's really, really, and they singing back, they're like, oh, oh. When they get over to that part, like towards the end of the song, that's the crescendo. When it's at like the highest peak of the song, there's some really fun moments with synthesizers. It gets really, really crazy. His performance is typical monotone kind of lazy sounding self, but you know, that's his style and it's beautiful. You can tell he's really trying to sing and not just doing like some Marilyn Manson whining. He's really putting his all into the performance. I think it's beautiful. Lyrically, I haven't like got into it much, but as far as just listening, it's a great song. And if this is any indication of what his album is going to sound like, I can't wait. In the music video, he has like those like thorn legs. I'm not really sure how to describe it, but you know Mr. Tumnus from The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. He's got goat, like, he has the goat legs, and he's like on the dance floor bleeding. It's really, really good. Now, is that a tip to blood on the dance floor? I'm not really sure, but it's a really good music video, really good song. I love it. I think you will too, regardless what genre of music you listen to. It's really freaking good. Let's see. What else do we have? Oh. I checked the list of things to talk about. Here I was thinking we were going to glide on out. Let me check to see what I got to punch out. Oh, I'm good. Next topic, speaking of music, gosh dang it. I thought I had more time. We got to get into the foolishness. In the spirit of gloves off conversation, in the spirit of saying what it is, gosh dang it, the relationship between Tekashi 6ix9ine and DJ Academics makes me uncomfortable. I said it. I'm saying it. It makes me uncomfortable. Now, I want to say that I am not inviting violence to me. I'm not speaking against anyone's affiliation or anything like that. I'm merely saying that it makes me uncomfortable. Shout out to Mr. DJ Academics and the empire he's made on his own. Shout out to him. Good for you. I wish you nothing but the best. Awesome. Do what you do. But the relationship he has with 6ix9ine just makes me just a teensy bit uncomfortable. It's for someone who's supposed to be an unbiased party, the way he goes in for 6ix9ine, it just bothers me a little bit. How he's like almost like a sidekick to that man. And with all the things that 6ix9ine gets into, which I'm not going to get into because I'm not inviting that type of energy anywhere near me, but how 6ix9ine likes to troll. Again, I go to social responsibility. I know that type of shenanigans is what got you to a much better place in life. And I say congratulations on that, Mr. 6ix9ine. It's just, you're influencing the youth. So when you have these kids saying crazy, reckless things on the internet, doing insane things that could get them hurt, I mean, talking reckless, that stems from the example that you're setting. And Mr. DJ Academics, by covering it, by attaching yourself to it, by explaining to people who are in these places that could maybe get this man hurt, by explaining, no, that's just how it is. That's just the new PR. That's blah, blah, blah. You're endorsing it. You're creating a vehicle for more young people to do shenanigans that, hey, it doesn't always work out for everyone. Some people can really get hurt saying the things and doing the things that you're promoting. So by giving them a platform, it's no surprise that we have new rappers and new internet personalities who are coming up being reckless and doing crazy things. And then when things might happen to those people, you have no one but yourself to look at. Again, I'm not going to name any specific examples, but it just makes me uncomfortable, the relationship that we have, and that DJ Academics is so willing to promote things like that. It just makes me uncomfortable, and I'm going to leave it at that. That is the most politically correct way I can address that. It just makes me feverishly uncomfortable, but that is neither here nor there. That's just how I feel about it. It is what it is. On a more positive note, bitch, I thought I was done with Justin Bieber and Machine Gun Kelly. Mud Bay, Lil Xan, gosh dang it. Oh, he has had a rough 2018. He has had a very difficult 2018 with the backlash from him saying Tupac was boring, allegedly, all the dang on fool, all the things he's been through. He done been through it. And I done said about 9 million times, you need someone to hold you down. You need someone to be there with you. Sever the Bond's number ain't changed. I got you, bro. Reach out to me. Gosh dang it. Twitter.com/SeverTheBond. Instagram/SeverTheBond. DM the kid. Gosh dang it. I got you. Lil Xan, I will hold you down. You ain't never had an Opa like me. I will hold it down. Gosh dang it. This man needs me. Okay? You see the foolishness he's going through? This man needs me. You messing with the Cyruses, gosh dang it. Come mess with the Bond. I got you, gosh dang it. Sever the Bond will hold you down. Now, my shot shooting aside, gosh dang it, my bae Lil Xan has been going through so much in the media this year that he says contractually he has to put out 2 more projects. I think he's with Columbia, I'm not really sure. And he says after that he's done rapping. He's made enough money. He's going to go do other stuff now. Now, what other stuff is, I'm not really sure, but I feel bad for him. I feel bad for him because he seems like cool people. I'm obviously attracted to the man, gosh dang it, but he seems like cool people, and it's a shame that the world he's in entertainment, specifically being a rapper, has pushed him to this point that he's saying things like, oh, he never wanted to be a rapper. He's interested in being a photographer now and all that fool. Just like, I just feel bad for him that it just seems like hip-hop pushed him out. And I feel bad for him. And on some real stuff, like all jokes aside, Xan, if you ever watch this, you probably won't. Reach out to the kid. I got you, bro. I got you, it's all good. You know, you got support. I might not really care for a good majority of your music, even though Saved by the Bell goes hard. That's one of my standout tracks of this year. But, you know, holla at the kid, gosh dang it. I got you. I got you, bro. And it's a shame that he got pushed over to that point to where now he's thinking of retirement. You had a pretty successful 2017. You had a pretty hectic 2018. It's just kind of a shame that he's going to dip out like that. But that's neither here nor there. Hey, but at least you can't say he fell off. He voluntarily dipped out of the game. I feel bad for him. But that's neither here nor there. This next thing I want to speak on is a little bit looser, a little bit more vague, because I don't know a lot about it, but I want to just speak my opinion on it. Gosh, let me check and see. Do I got a punch out? No, I'm good. The whole Kevin Hart versus Katt Williams foolishness. Katt Williams recently did an interview with an Atlanta radio station, someone in Wanda in the Morning or something like that. I'm not really sure. I'm not really big on what's going on there. But a lot of things came from that. He roasted a radio host who had it coming. Let's keep it all the way a thowie, but that's not the end of that. And I say that because I feel like she went at him. So please don't come at me, gosh dang it, because I see how y'all get down, allegedly. Don't come at me, but that's not here nor there. Along with the shenanigans and the roast in that interview, Katt Williams had some choice words from Mrs. Tiffany Haddish. Tiffany Haddish is a new up-and-coming comedian actor, which I say comedian loosely. And that's basically what Katt Williams was saying he's paid his dues, he's done all these things, and people like Tiffany Haddish are blowing up, seemingly not having to pay the same amount of dues, and people are respecting her as a comedian, whereas she's just kind of a funny actor instead of a comedian. Katt Williams had a lot of, that's basically what he was saying. He said a lot of other shenanigans. You know how Katt talks. But that's basically what he said. In that interview, I didn't really hear Katt Williams having sour grapes. I didn't hear Katt Williams saying anything really that wild. Now, the numbers of his tour and all the things he's accomplished, that's hearsay. I can't really speak on that. But the things he said on Tiffany Haddish, I didn't feel like he was really taking shots like that. Now, saying things like Hannibal Buress is ugly, that was a little far. But the things he said to Tiffany Haddish, I didn't really hear much disrespect, but that's just me. Maybe I need to go back and watch. Last night, I watched the Kevin Hart response, well, Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish, on The Breakfast Club that I think dropped on Friday. Kevin Hart went in, and Kevin Hart basically said that Katt Williams has the crab in the barrel mentality. That Tiffany Haddish is doing great for herself and growing in this entertainment world, and how dare Katt have sour grapes just because he messed up his hustle, he messed up his bag, he messed up his coins. How can he then have terrible things to say about a Tiffany Haddish or something like that? How do I feel about it? I'm kind of in the middle. Because again, I don't see where Katt was hating. I don't see where Katt was saying anything wild. Katt Williams is a legendary comedian who's been through some crazy ups and downs, who's put in the dues. I'm not saying Tiffany Haddish hasn't put in the dudes. Oh, she slept in a car, all that foolishness. That's messed up, and I'm glad she's in a better place. What I'm saying is when we're talking about legendary comics, you can't put Tiffany Haddish in the same conversation as Katt Williams. Katt Williams is a legend. Your personal opinion on who's funny and who's not aside, Katt Williams is a legend. And what I got from that is you can't put her in the same conversation as a Katt Williams. Because Katt Williams is that guy. The same way that Kevin Hart was so quick to say, well, jokey, jokey, joke, I get top billing because I'm Kevin Hart. To me is what Katt Williams was saying. Katt Williams just put a little sauce on it. He just put a little spice on it. But that's not here nor there. That's just how I feel about the foolishness. Again, I don't know either of them. I don't know much about the world of stand-up comedy. So I'm trying not to speak out of place here. But that's just how I feel about it. Now this next topic is something that's definitely in my arena. Something that I can definitely get the old sweep on, if you will, gosh dang it. The Jimmy Butler situation. Have y'all been keeping up? I saved sports for last, gosh dang it, I got y'all. Have y'all been keeping up with the Jimmy Butler shenanigans this whole summer, the dang-on Timberwolves have been the juiciest storyline of the NBA. Everybody going for the head fake on DeMarcus Cousins and Golden State's cheating. Yeah. Paul George giving the middle finger over to the Lakers and such and saying, nah, I'ma stay with OKC. Yeah. But how about this? Jimmy Butler been having some rumblings, some rumblings behind the scenes, saying that he doesn't mess with Karl Anthony Towns, allegedly. He don't mess with draft day A. Wiggins, allegedly. Saying that he don't feel like they got Hart. That hurt a lot, I ain't gonna lie to you. That they ain't got Hart. Allegedly. Saying he wants out of there. Telling the Timberwolves, you gotta choose. You either get rid of these bums who ain't really about it, or you get me out of here. Allegedly. Timberwolves management, Tom Thibodeau and Jimmy Butler had a meeting this past week, and they were supposed to talk about Jimmy Butler's future. Jimmy Butler was refusing to sign an extension. Jimmy Butler is also going to be a free agent next summer. But on some Carmelo Anthony, it seems like he can't wait, and he wants to force his way out. He allegedly told the Timberwolves he wants to go to 3 different places. He says, you can either send me to the Knicks, you can send me to the Nets, or you can send me to the Clippers. Because those are teams that have a max amount of money to sign not only him, but someone else in free agency to make a run at a title. This was all alleged. Well, on Saturday night, Woj dropped a little Woj bomb. And who knows, by the time this video goes out, Jimmy might already be somewhere else. Who knows? I'm filming this on Sunday. Something came out last night saying that the Timberwolves have given Karl Anthony Towns a supermax extension. They gave that bum 190 million. I don't know if I'm saying that right. $190 million for 5 years. I think 5 or 4. I think it's 5. I think it's 5. I feel like it's 5, but that's not the here nor there. To stay. So what money are they going to use to keep Jimmy? Jimmy's as good as gone. Now what I wanted to bring up here is the question, is Jimmy Butler a cancer? Now a cancer, much like Carmelo Anthony, is someone who brings chaos wherever he goes, where winning is impossible because he's on the team, much like a Carmelo Anthony. Let's go down the timeline. Stuff was looking a little weird in Chicago. Derrick Rose is getting older. Derrick Rose is always hurt. Joakim Noah's getting older. Joakim Noah's always hurt. Little rumblings behind the scenes. Jimmy Butler saying, this is my team. Why I gotta play second fiddle to Derrick Rose? Allegedly. Then all of a sudden, the Bulls decide, you know what? We're parting ways with Derrick Rose. We're willing to part ways with Joakim. Jimmy Butler stays and gets what he wants. Things don't go according to plan how he saw fit that following season in 2016-2017. All of a sudden, draft night, he's being traded. From day one with the Timberwolves, he got a problem. He ain't meshing right with management. He's not meshing right with veterans. He's not mixing correctly with young talent. Don't that sound like what happened with the Bulls? And this isn't really much of a hot take. I feel like it's common knowledge. I feel like it's common speculation. Now, he can't fit in with veterans and young talent in a championship situation, the best chance he's ever had, and now he wants to leave. No red flags? Like, for real, if the Nets or the Clippers, I'm taking us out of there, and by us I mean the Knicks. We don't want nothing to do with that for obvious reasons, not just contractually. But that guy mentally is a bum. I don't trust him. I don't trust Jimmy Butler. Wherever he goes, he leaves a trail of destruction. I'm not trusting this man. Because let's say he comes to the Knicks. All of a sudden, he ain't gonna mess with Porzingis. All of a sudden, he ain't gonna mess with Fizdale. He ain't gonna mess with Canner. He ain't gonna mess with these kids. He ain't gonna mess with Burke. He ain't gonna like Kevin Knox. He ain't gonna like Ntilikina. I think he's a cancer. And if he's really down and he's really here for just winning, you had an excellent opportunity to do that in Minnesota. Now, it was y'all's first year together. If you ask me, you got to look in the mirror, Jimmy. I know there's other people on the team, but that was a very well-constructed team on paper. And Tibbs is a good coach. You got good players. You're the star. You got a good coach. You got to look in the mirror at that point, no Michael Jackson, but that's neither here nor there. You want to leave probably your best shot at a championship to go to a lottery team, to go to the Clippers, to go to the Brooklyn Nets, to come to us? What do you want, Jimmy? Winning doesn't seem to be that thing. Now, again, this is speculation. This is allegedly. I'm not really speaking on Jimmy the person like that. I'm just saying him as a professional basketball player, I feel like he's a cancer. But what do you think? Let me know, gosh dang it. That's just my feelings on the matter. That's how I feel about the situation, gosh dang it. Shout out Lil Spike for his input on this matter, but that's neither here nor there. Now, how I want to end each one of these videos is I want to give y'all a little BTS update. Now, if y'all don't know, and if you don't know me personally, I've been obsessed with the boy band BTS. And I say boy band very loosely because I think there's so much more than that. I'm not going to give you the history of who they are. You either know them or you don't. Every week we do this, I want to just give y'all a breakdown of one song. Now, it's in Korean, so I don't know what they're saying, but I just want to just talk about one song by them that I think is fun, because I love them to death, and Rap Monster is my husband. But that is not it. Yes, I have shot my shot at least 15 different people in this video already, but that is neither here nor there. DNA. Oh, DNA. Oh, DNA. Now, much like we talked about when we did the review on their latest project that they put out, I never thought, after listening to Kendrick Lamar's DNA, there would ever be a DNA that would ever come into my iPod, gosh dang it. And yes, I still have an iPod, but that's neither here nor there. DNA is so incredible. I mean, off the rip, you hear the... Now, I can't whistle to save my life, but gosh dang it, when I'm watching the music video and I hear the whistling, I'm done off the rip. I'm done off the rip. Then they get in that foolishness with the hands in the pockets. I'm here for it. And even the lead off with the kick. Boom, boom, boom. And the acoustic in the background. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. I'm here for it. And the synthesizer build up. Do 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 do. A little drum joint there. Pa na na pa da pa da da da. How it's like kind of laid off the, like if it's, let's say it's a scale of 5 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's probably not. It's probably 6 or something like that. Maybe it's 6. No, it might be 5. I'm not really sure. Let's say it's 5. I love how the snare is on like 3 or 4. I love how it's kind of off. You think it'd be like maybe 1 or 2? I love how it's like kind of off as far as the timing goes. But on me. I love that, gosh dang it. The hook. even though that's more of a bridge. Baby, your money, I'm here for it. And I love how the hook is just DNA, then it goes to EDM world. Bear, 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 and I'm gonna send it go. DNA, bear, bear, bear. I just love the song. Then you get on the second hook. I don't know who's doing the second hook. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have trouble keeping up with them all. There's like 9 of them, gosh dang it. I love it. I don't know what they're saying, but the cadence is crazy. I'll go a DNA, I'll go a 110. I love it. I just love it. And these breakdowns are crazy because they're talking Korean and I speak English, so I'm doing a really bad job. But if you know this song, you just know how hard it goes. To me, it is the perfect single. I love the video. They rocking a Mellow jersey, and I'm talking a number 7 New York Knicks jersey, and they got a Patrick Ewing jersey, and I just love it. It's beautiful, very colorful. It's just such a great song. I love DNA so much. It is such a good song. Great music video too. Love it. Might be one of my favorite music videos ever. Great song. Every time I hear it, my world stops. BTS is, I know they're huge, but I just feel like if they spoke English, they'd be like Justin Bieber level here, at least. I love them. That song is so slept on, at least for here. Over there, I'm sure y'all vibing to it, but over here, that song is so slept on. How is that not like Hotline Bling all over the radio? But that is neither here nor there. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, H+III+T. See you on the Triple OG, putting as much work as me. Do me a favor, point them out. No, Angie Mama, we good. Thank you, though. Maybe later, but not right now. Hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Dang On Segment with Sever. I'll see you next week to talk about all the foolishness going on in the week and all the things you might have missed, in my opinion, on all of them, gosh dang it. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, gosh dang it. Salonge to each and every one of you. Is it Salonge? Salonga? I think it's Salonge. I think it's a lot. I think that's I love you in Korea. I'm not really sure. I'm gonna have to check, gosh dang it. But salonge to all y'all, gosh dang it. Agaga. Agaga. Agaga.